With a name like Waldorf, you just have to have that mustache. That's all I'm saying.
You're right. You're absolutely right. That is a Waldorf mustache if I've ever seen one. Is there a famous Waldorf?
Yeah.
Other than the Muppets?
The hotel guy?
What hotel did he have?
The Waldorf Astoria?
That's why his wife's name was Astoria! Wait a minute! Hey everybody, welcome to Fess Up, where the Fess sisters help spice up your conversations with unique and thought-provoking questions. That's right, we are breaking the ice with a sledgehammer. Sledgehammer, hammering from a cliff.
What?
And that's why we're breaking the ice with a sledgehammer.
That was possibly one of the worst things you've done.
Can you name that tune, Ina?
Yes, cliffhanger.
Okay, thank God. Well, if you couldn't tell, my name is Amy, and I have the worst decisions.
I'm Marissa, and I make good decisions. Not really.
No.
I really don't.
I'm Ina, and I'm the most morally superior.
No. She acts like it, that's for sure.
Yeah, her ego thinks she's the most morally superior. And all of our last names are Fess. Welcome to Fess Up. Here we go. I just want to say that I saw a Tumblr post from someone named Des Lee, and it says that Jareth from The Labyrinth, Lucius Malfoy from Harry Potter, and Thranduil from Lord of the Rings were all brothers whose kingdom couldn't hold their egos, so they divided their kingdom into 3. One ruled over the elves, one ruled over the goblins, and one ruled over the wizards. And it brought me such joy to hear this.
Dramatic blondes.
I love this headcanon.
Right?
It's a perfect fiction, but also Lucius is the most greedy confirmed because he likes to rule over house elves, right? And what is a house elf if not an elf-goblin hybrid?
Oh shit, this is a movie in the making because you're absolutely right. He's like the ultimate villain of the 3 and is gonna like try to slowly encroach on the other 2's territory.
He truly is the villain of the 3.
He is. Like he's gonna go for trolls next, which is also like goblin-y and whatever, you know?
Yeah.
They're all villains, but he's racist.
Well, that's one thing, correct, yes. But they're all villains. But are they? Think about it. Jareth is definitely the nicest.
Yes.
He is just a fool for love.
Jareth is our protagonist because is he an anti-hero? Yes. But he does it, like you said, all for love. But he also, what is he really doing? He's just adopting unwanted babies and turning them into his goblins.
Exactly. That's where he gets his kingdom from unwanted children. He said foster system needs to be reformed. I'll just create a kingdom of all these little children.
Yeah. It's like, it's not my fault if the person I want to be my girlfriend wasn't being serious when she spoke the words that would take her baby brother away from her.
Yeah.
That's not my fault. I'll let her get him back if she comes and finds me in the labyrinth by following my pheromones.
And his giant bulge.
Yes.
Also, all he does is, he just wants that baby to have a good time. Like, he's super nice to that baby. He makes that baby laugh.
The only person in the entire film, besides Sarah, who is put through any sort of, like, negativity from the Goblin King is Hoggle. And Hoggle is a shit human himself. So, like...
Hoggle he's just rude.
Hoggle is not a nice guy, so I'm not surprised he's made only enemies out of Jareth.
Yeah.
Jareth's like, hi, you're gonna guard the outside of my labyrinth because I want you as far the fuck away from you with your bad attitude. And Hoggle's like, fine, you hate me, so I'll hate you. And he's like, no, you're just mean.
And then Thranduil, I'm not super familiar with the movies. I saw them once because that ain't my Hobbit, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
He's like made out to be this antagonist in the movies, but really all he does is very ambiguous things.
Mm-hmm.
He's just kind of like a mean, snobby ruler, but I don't think he's actually actively evil.
Yeah.
I think, too, that his whole thing is he's kind of like the black sheep of the family in that he's like aloof and mysterious and kind of...
He's the elegant, pretty one.
Yeah, he's like, I have a reputation to uphold, and that's that. I feel like he's obviously not the main protagonist. We've already decided that's Jareth, but he's not the antagonist either. He's like the person that both sides are trying to persuade to be on their side.
Ooh, yeah.
I think that it's going to be both of them fighting over who he sides with, and I think ultimately he would side with Jareth, and I think the deciding factor would be when he discovers what Marissa said, that Lucius is out here with a Dobby trying to take over the elf category.
Mm-hmm. I feel like you can tell what kind of a character they are by what kind of party they would throw.
Oh.
Because Jareth Jareth would throw like a drunken masquerade revelry, life of the party. Everyone's just having a great old time.
Yes.
Thranduil would throw...
An elegant gala.
Yeah. I feel like eventually later in the night turns into a giant sex orgy.
Probably, yeah.
And then Lucius... I don't think he even throws parties. I feel like he throws a very cold, awkward dinner party where everyone doesn't know what to say.
He throws an elite party. The guest list is very meticulously chosen, and then the seating arrangements were very particularly done so that like only the elite VIPs can come to this party, and then they're looking at their table seats, and they're all sat in very specific places so that they're close enough to the people that they don't like to like create drama, but not so close that they like start fighting and make the whole night chaos.
Yeah.
Just like enough to give them something to talk and gossip about the whole night.
But I feel like they're kind of held captive there by the 5-course meal he's prepared.
Oh, yeah.
They're like, it's so awkward. I've run out of conversation, but I have to stay for 3 more courses.
We're only on the spinach puffs. I think that's absolutely right. I think that someone who throws a costume party or any like party where you have to like dress to a theme, those are top tier people.
Yes.
Jareth is a top tier person. Case closed.
Yes.
Like, I don't think anybody in my life who've ever been to a party where they're like, dressed to this theme, has ever been like a person that I didn't like, you know?
The only exception to that rule I've found is the people that are like, yes, dress to this theme if you want to. If they're chill with you not dressing up, I've found those people to be more annoying.
I think they're more annoying, but I don't dislike them. I do think that if you get there and they haven't dressed up, then they're bad people.
Yeah.
But if you get there and it's just kind of like they know there's a couple people who aren't fun that they're inviting for XYZ reason, and so you get there and like most people are dressed up and there's just like a couple bums, and that's fine. But if they're just like saying that because they're like, wouldn't it be so cute if our like Wizard of Oz themed first year birthday party for our newborn child is everybody dressed up like Wizard of Oz character, but then like nobody actually does except for the one cool person who comes to the party, then you know what I'm saying here.
Yeah.
I've run out of steam and my ADD has kicked in. So I brought up that 1-year-old Wizard of Oz birthday party because I did go to one like that once.
What 1-year-old do you know?
When I was a clown.
Oh, right.
That was fun. The entire family dressed up as Wizard of Oz characters, and nobody else did, but the family was so in it. It was great.
That's amazing.
And it was like full on like Glinda. Like
Ooh.
the mom was in the pink ball gown puffy skirt. You know she had a hoop under there. Everything. Tall crown. They went to the fucking nines. It was great.
That's what I would do with money. Elaborate cosplay.
Yeah. Also, I did think of one other exception to the dressing up party rule. People who throw Halloween parties, it's a 50-50. It's like mandatory you dress up at a Halloween party and people like throw them because Halloween is big. You know, some of those people are super cool and would have thrown like just a dress up party anyway, and some of them are only doing it because it's Halloween.
Yeah.
So it's like a toss of 50-50.
Yes, I would agree with that.
But like all these people on TikTok who like post these parties where they all just kind of like invite people to come to their party dressed as Shrek characters or whatever, those are top tier people I want to be friends with. I just can already tell whoever's throwing that party, good people. And all the people who attend, good people.
All right, so now that we've digressed.
So yeah, that was my intro. Now I have a question. My question is, are Statler and Waldorf of Muppets fame in a relationship?
Obviously.
Are they gay lovers?
I've never thought of them as lovers before. That's just me.
But they totally are. I think that they're like old men who, they're like life partners, but because they were born before gay marriage was legalized, they kind of just never bothered to get married after it was legalized. They're the people who are always like living together, best friends, and when you like were introduced to them at family parties, you're like, oh, they're both your uncle, just because they'd been living together for so long and they always came to each other's things, but one of them was definitely not related to you in any way.
Or are they both your dad's cousins, who you didn't realize were both his cousins? You thought they were married when you were growing up.
That's exactly what she was describing.
Because we had that experience.
Yeah, we had 2 aunts who, they seemed like they were a couple. Turns out they were sisters.
Yeah, that was funny. But anyway, so going back to Statler and Waldorf, I got this question from a Tumblr post in which somebody did point out that they were two gays at a theater judging everything, and I do think that that is solid evidence.
That's a good point.
Someone also pointed out, in canon of Muppets, the Muppets canon, Waldorf is canonically married to a Muppet named Astoria, but if you look up pictures of Astoria, she is literally just Statler in a dress and a wig. Like, her puppet is literally Statler's puppet, and just put him in a dress and a wig.
Well, I guess that's the most damning evidence, isn't it?
It seems right. Like, maybe...
That's the evidence
that
right
was
there.
before gay marriage was legal, so it sounds like we got a Gentleman Jack situation. I haven't seen that show, actually, so I don't actually know if that's accurate, but cross-dressing.
Cross-dressing romance.
Cross-dressing. Maybe Statler is like America's first drag queen, and he just lived a drag life, which is why he was so judgy of all the performances, because he's like, I could have done better.
I love this. I love this idea.
And Waldorf's like, of course you could, honey. They fucking suck, and you're so talented. Why don't they let us up there?
And then they cackle because all they ever do is say mean things and then laugh.
And then laugh. I love Statler and Waldorf so much, and I will admit right now, I thought their names were switched.
What?
I always thought that Statler was Waldorf and Waldorf was Statler until I saw the Astoria thing.
But they're so obviously that one. The vibes just fit them. Like Waldorf is such a Waldorf. You thought he was a Statler?
I think it's because they always sit Waldorf Statler.
That's fair.
Right, but they're called Statler and Waldorf.
But yeah, you're right. They do sit in the other arrangement.
So my brain just said the first one's gotta be Statler, the second one's gotta be Waldorf, but it's the opposite.
That's a good point.
I get that Statler and Waldorf is much catchier than Waldorf and Statler, but maybe just swap where they were sitting.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it is more aesthetically pleasing to have the tall guy on the right.
Well, that way he's not blocking Waldorf's view.
That's very true.
With a name like Waldorf, you just have to have that mustache. That's all I'm saying.
You're right. You're absolutely right. That is a Waldorf mustache if I've ever seen one. Is there a famous Waldorf?
Yeah.
Other than the Muppets?
The hotel guy?
Yeah, the hotel guy. Did he have a mustache?
I have no idea what he looked like.
What hotel did he have?
The Waldorf Astoria?
That's why his wife's name was Astoria! Wait a minute!
Oh my god, you're right!
Oh my god!
Oh my god, wait. That's an amazing drag name because it's punny and they always do that.
Oh my god. You're absolutely right. It's a fucking drag name. Oh my god!
Oh my god.
The whole time, the Muppets were telling us everything we wanted to know.
Muppets drag confirmed.
How about a bit?
A bit?
A bit? Huh. A bit.
How much?
Just a bit.
Ah.
This bit is called Recast.
Yes!
Ooh.
Oh.
In this bit, we are going to recast a famous movie or TV show with other actors that would play the role just as good or better.
This is exciting.
Today, we are going to recast the Harry Potter movies with American actors.
Yes.
So, all of these people will be American actors, and I'm gonna go so far as to say, like, if we were doing an American remake of Harry Potter, like, right now. So it's not...
So we're not time bending here.
Go with what's chill now.
With people we know now to be actors.
Yeah.
All right. Harry Noah Schnapp. Adorable.
Oh my god, yes.
Absolutely.
I know he's like 17 now, so maybe it wouldn't work. I don't know any 11-year-old actors, really.
That's a good point.
I think it's fair if we just, like, make a judgment call that, like, if we're casting Stranger Things kids, that's chill.
Okay, so we can time bend a little bit, but like within the last 10 years?
Yeah, like, because I still think of him as baby.
Yeah.
He's not in adult territory yet for me. So, and plus it's like a range. Like Noah Schnapp would have played him when he did Stranger Things. Now would be playing him in like, 4th or 5th movie.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. Can Ron be Jaden Martel?
I do love Jaden Martel.
Right?
He's a little cutie, but honestly,
He looks just like Noah Schnapp.
he does look
Oh,
like
he
Noah
does look a
Schnapp.
little bit, but he would be Ginger.
But Jaden Martel does have some photos where he's got bleach blonde hair, and so I almost wonder if he should try his hand at being a little evil and be Draco Malfoy.
Oh, he would be an amazing Draco Malfoy. Yes. Jaden Martel, Draco Malfoy. I just had a thought, okay, about Noah Schnapp.
Yes.
Yeah, could be wrong.
He doesn't have the messy hair needed.
That's true.
By Harry Potter, right? If we want to be book accurate. But you know who does? Jack Dylan Grazer. And he was just as adorable as Noah was at that age, so...
He is very cute.
He's so cute.
What if we made Noah Schnapp the Ron and Jack Dylan Grazer the Harry?
Ron would be much more likable.
He would, and...
We need a likable Ron.
We need a likable Ron because in the books he's a lot more likable.
Yeah.
I'm cool with that.
Okay. Hermione.
This is a little tough because right now we seem to be focusing on like the children of It and Stranger Things.
Right.
And I don't really want to stay in that world.
I agree.
do want to branch out a little bit.
Also, here's the thing. I really love the idea of Hermione being black.
I do love that idea too.
Me too.
The first person that came to my head, would be too old now, but was her name Peyton or something? The girl who she like did a movie with The Rock. She was in Disney Channel as a kid.
Madison Pettis.
Oh no, Marissa hates her.
I don't anymore. Look her up. She's hot. Anyway, Madison Pettis, I think you're talking about.
Yeah.
That sounds right.
Okay, but...
She is hot now. Holy shit.
Right? She's actually gorgeous. She's a model now. Counter offer, though. Amandla Stenberg.
I did think of Amandla, but I think she's a little too old.
She's only 22 right now. She's the same age as Madison Pettis.
Oh, really? Amandla was my second person I thought. It's just more like, I remember her being a kid way before I remember these kids were now casting being kids.
What about Quvenzhané Wallis?
That's who I just looked up, and I was gonna say maybe her, because she, I do think, falls into around the same age bracket that we're thinking.
I think she's like 18.
She's cute. She's cute, and she also, when she was younger, had, the awkward tea situation happening that Hermione needs.
Yeah, I think that she kind of, like, when she was in Annie was, like, the perfect, like, little awkward Hermione.
Yeah.
That we would want for, like, the first couple of movies.
And we know she's a good actress because she won Best Actress at, like, the age of 7 or something, so.
Yeah, there you go. Also, just so the listeners know, I am not at all making fun of little girls with big awkward teeth because I was one. Yeah. My teeth were bucked out of my mouth so hard as a child, they stuck out of my lips, so.
Also, that's just Hermione's description. So.
It is.
Yeah. Also, I do want everybody to just quickly Google Quvenzhané Wallis. She is fucking gorgeous now. She's 18 at the moment. And if you, like, look at some of her pictures of her as an 18-year-old, it's like, oh my god, this is the perfect glow-up for the Yule Ball.
Yes. Oh, you're right.
Hell yeah.
It's perf. Okay, so now that we have the 4 main children going, we don't have time to do all of the other side children unless we have one.
Let's get some, like, main
adults,
teachers.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Snape Adam Driver.
Yeah.
Yeah, you gotta do it. Also, that's better casting, right? Because he's supposed to be the same age.
It is. That's technically true.
As Harry's parents.
I never really thought about that, but you're absolutely right.
Yeah, Alan Rickman was perfect, except too old.
Yes.
Well, who's a good, because I don't want to, like, just default to the Morgan Freeman, but, like, who's a good old man actor?
That's an amazing question. While we think about that, can I pitch, I think, a really heartfelt, fabulous Lupin, Steve Buscemi.
Yes, I love it, actually.
Oh, but, like, now that I'm thinking about
he's
it,
also way
he's also
too
supposed
old.
to be the same age as those other people, so I guess that doesn't work.
A Steve Buscemi vibe.
Steve Buscemi vibe. Who can we make Steve? I love him so much. We have to put him somewhere.
What about Anthony Hopkins?
Anthony Hopkins for Dumbledore.
Isn't he British?
Oh, shit,
Oh,
you're right.
fuck, he is. Screw you, Brits. All right,
Okay.
now that I've said that. On to the infiltrating our good American cinema. Let's see, who else is out there? Who is... you know who I love, who's an old man actor?
What?
Who?
That I don't think would work as Dumbledore, but...
Tom Hanks?
Ed Harris, I think is his name.
Oh, yeah, he wouldn't work.
He wouldn't work, but I just love him as an actor.
He could be a Lucius.
Oh, Ed Harris as Lucius, yes!
Does Lucius have to be the same age, or all of those people supposed to be the same age?
I think Lucius is older with Molly Weasley and Arthur Weasley.
Okay, cool.
Also, I just thought the perfect Dumbledore casting, Danny DeVito.
Danny DeVito.
No!
He's got to be Flitwick.
Oh, but that's so easy to make somebody who's short Flitwick.
What if he was Hagrid?
Oh my god. Oh my god. Wait. Yes. You go opposite.
I support Hagrid.
You go opposite of the norm for a Hagrid.
Yes.
They also could just make him look bigger.
Right.
Well, yeah, I mean, you're casting opposite. You're not casting somebody tall. You're casting Danny fucking DeVito.
Yeah, they would make him be a half giant in post with, like, effects.
I think that would be fabulous.
I think so, too.
I'm here for that.
Tom Hanks Dumbledore.
Wait, yes.
That's our bias showing heavy, but I want to do it.
I want to do it because Tom Hanks deserves it.
He has the right wholesome vibes.
He also has this hella range, that man. Like, I have no doubts. He's played everything from Forrest Gump to Mr. Rogers to The Guy in the Green Mile to Castaway. Like, this man has range.
Yeah.
I have no doubt that whatever he does...
This is also our bias showing. Consider also for Dumbledore, for a completely different vibe of Dumbledore, going more for the mysterious vibe,
I know exactly who you're about to say.
Jeff Goldblum.
I knew you would say that.
Oh, shit. Jeff Goldblum I would rather put as, like head-turning Snape. Like, giving Snape a slightly different vibe where he, like, actually is hot.
No, wait,
And it's like, wow, Lily could have chosen him, but he was a dick.
Well, I feel like that could be Adam Driver also.
True, that's true.
But we could make Jeff Goldblum Gilderoy Lockhart.
Ah, yes! Yes,
oh, he's
please.
Gilderoy for fucking sure.
Right?
For fucking sure.
Yes.
That's it. That's
Yes.
it.
Yes. He's that zaddy everyone be thirsting for.
That he is zaddy as fuck.
And he's got the eccentricity.
Yes, that's absolutely right. Are we Tom Hanksing Dumbledore? Like, are we making this?
We gotta.
Okay.
So we've decided.
We just need the queen herself, Minerva Mcgonagall. Who?
Oh my god, yes.
I fucking know. Betty White.
Oh my goodness. That could be great, but isn't she supposed to be younger than Dumbledore?
Yeah.
Does it matter?
Yeah.
I mean, only because she kind of outlives him.
Betty White outlives everyone. Your point?
That's fair. That's a very good point.
That being said, we could just cast Dumbledore older.
Then Betty White? I don't think so.
Not older than Betty White necessarily, but just like older so that, because Betty White doesn't actually look that old. Like you can...
No, she doesn't look as old as she is.
If you cast like Dumbledore as just like an older actor, then she wouldn't look so vastly old in comparison. Because Tom Hanks, you can age him up, but he does not yet look old grandpa, which I do believe Dumbledore looked way older than he was supposed to.
Dumbledore's supposed to look magically young because he's actually like mega old.
It's just more like they went from Jude Law, like he's supposed to be 30 years younger or something, and all of a sudden 30 years or whatever, he turns into like hermit old man, and you're like, okay, someone's like gone through a life change.
Yeah.
I don't know if we should talk about the Fantastic Beasts movies. I'm still pissed about the second one.
But, okay, wait, I have another possible McGonagall. Meryl Streep.
Yes.
Oh, okay, that's it. Yeah, I'll give you that.
It just feels so right.
It does. Okay, but we also need a Voldemort, obviously.
Ooh.
Oh, yeah, we need a Voldemort. Oh, and we need a Bellatrix, and I know who it's going to be.
Okay, well, go ahead then.
Bellatrix is Aubrey Plaza.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
For some reason, I thought you were going to say Jenny Slate.
No.
I do love Jenny Slate, but she gives more of like a funny goth vibe, whereas Aubrey Plaza gives like a scary goth vibe, even though she also is funny.
Aubrey Plaza's way better.
Okay, this might be a weird choice for Voldemort, but I feel like there's a possibility here. You tell me. Leonardo DiCaprio.
What are you talking about in my house?
This is incredibly left field.
Right?
But you know he would like go really ham for it.
He has a great actor. He's got a great villainous range. And they'd be using prosthetics on his face.
True.
No. Joaquin Phoenix.
I think Joaquin's a little old.
What, for Voldemort? It doesn't
For
matter.
Voldemort,
Prosthetics.
he's in his 70s.
I guess.
You just want him because he's Joker.
Does a good villain. I just can't see Leonardo DiCaprio as Voldemort.
Well, that's your lack of imagination.
I'm trying to dig a little bit anyway. Might not be Leonardo DiCaprio. I don't know if I'm sold on that, but let's think of who else might be able to bring something to this role that you can't find in fucking England.
Yes.
And you know who I think would bring a little something to this role that you can't find in England? Nicolas Cage.
No. What are you even talking about?
He has the head shape for Voldemort.
Oh, yeah. He's got a super round head.
He's got something weird happening there, but I don't think he has the actual acting chops for it.
He might not, but he would bring something vastly different to the role.
Yes.
You can't deny that. I mean, if you want cold, calculated, in person he's not like this, but he has the acting chops to do it. Keanu.
He could do that.
He could, like a cold and calculated Voldemort.
Why can't we go back to your old Ed Harris?
Because we decided on Lucius.
Yeah, Ed Harris
right.
is Lucius.
Damn, but he would be way...
You'd rather he's Voldemort?
I can see him being Voldemort.
I mean, I can too, but then who's Lucius?
Well, I don't know.
Woody Harrelson?
Oh, God.
Why did we say Americans? Why didn't we just recast?
Because we're not pussies.
Exactly.
That's...
Challenges aren't fun without limitation.
Here's the thing, Ina. We would have been done with this if you hadn't been so against one of the earlier Voldemort choices. So now we're
Leonardo
getting into
DiCaprio
it.
will be a great Voldemort at the end, but moving on.
I heard he's not great to work with. But Edward Norton, he's kind of a little small, I think, but he got bigger. He was the Hulk once.
What about Pedro Pascal?
As Voldemort, you'd cover up that face?
Oh, but he's not American.
That's also true.
Covering a hot face can be done. # Doom Patrol.
Yes. Michael Keaton.
You know what?
I can see it.
He's very good at acting.
You're right. And he has... His face, no offense to him, is like a... It's generic enough to be the most perfect canvas to whatever you want.
It's a good canvas, which is probably why he plays such versatile roles, because you're like, this is a blank slate you could throw anything on. He's been heroes, he's been villains.
He's an everyman.
And he does have... He's already been bald for like a long time.
He's been bald for a long time, and he's been some crazy characters.
I think he could do it.
I think so.
Yeah, I'll agree with it.
Yes, we did it! Hooray!
I mean, he was Beetlejuice. We just watched that movie.
We fucking did it. So because we fucking did it, we've reached the point where this is where our ads would go if we had any! If we had any.
All right.
Thank you. This is where our ads would go if we had any. If we had any! I don't know why I keep, wanting to change my delivery of that line.
We don't.
But we don't. So here's another question. What order do you get dressed in out of the shower?
This is a thing.
Pants first.
You get right into them pants.
If I'm gonna
Pants
be
first, because I'm not gonna lie, I like to put on my pants and never mind.
And not the shirt. She'll just walk around
And
naked
just
top.
look at myself in the mirror and think about how sexy I am in my pants with no shirt. Women should be allowed to not wear shirts. It should be socially acceptable because my chest is beautiful and the world deserves to see it, but I
Free the
can't just
nipple.
do that.
I agree with all of this. I do want to let you all know.
You're not a
I
pantser?
love that you put on your underwear second after the pants.
Well, screw you.
If you could see my shit-eating grin.
I thought that would be implied.
No, it's not implied, and you'll see why in a minute when I ask my follow-up question. I typically lay around in my towel for 9 years after I take a shower.
Too.
But then after I'm fully dry and probably have banged one out or something in the meantime, I guess I do go pants first usually after the underwear, you go
Right.
underwear and then you go pants and then I decide if I want to bra it or if I want to shirt it or what. And then it depends on my mood and everything else. So, question.
Mm-hmm.
What would you do if someone told you they got dressed socks first out of a shower?
If I was dating them, that would be grounds for an immediate breakup. I can't trust a sockser.
What if you got married to them before you realized they did
I
that?
can't trust a sockser.
It would just be immediate divorce?
I mean, there would be talks of it immediately, I'll tell you that.
Can you change your ways, honey? Can you just put on your socks last like a normal person?
It's,
If you put on
It's
your socks
not
first,
natural.
you have no shame.
It is terrifying, but on one hand, just to play devil's advocate, I do understand, feet that have just been cleaned and then, not wanting to walk around on your floor, get stuff stuck to them before you put on the socks.
Yeah, but you don't like wet feet, right? You don't like wet socks.
You're right.
You put wet feet into your socks, you've got both.
What if they were like us and they lounged around in their towel for a while before they got dressed, so their feet are not wet anymore, but they did go immediately into socks?
Well, then their feet would have gotten dirty, so that point is moot.
No, because I lay on the bed, Ina. That's not relevant.
But you still have to walk from the bathroom to your bed.
There is a follow-up question here that really changes whether or not I could maintain a relationship with this person. But, like, it has to be asked. If they are a sockser, do they fuck with their socks on?
God.
Do they sleep with their socks on?
Do they sleep with their socks on, and do they sleep with you with their socks on?
So these are great questions. Apparently it's good for you to sleep with your socks on, and I just couldn't bring myself to do that shit.
Why is it good for you?
The one I can forgive the most of the three is fucking with your socks on, because if you happen to, like, walk in the door, you're, like, so excited by your spouse you just want to ravage them, so you get to ravaging them. Like, half the time not all the clothes make it off anyway, and I feel like socks are the last thing we think about.
Yes, but if you had all your clothes off except for socks, no.
Okay,
But I've been there before.
picture this, Amy.
Me.
Your mom
My mom.
walks in on... No, your dad
My dad.
walks in on you after you've taken a shower on accident. Like, he walks into your bedroom, doesn't realize you just taken a shower, and you're completely naked, and all you're wearing is socks.
Yeah.
That's like 10 times more embarrassing than just being naked.
I think the whole premise you have presented is so controversial and scandalous that there's no
Yeah.
good way for that to happen.
Okay, I'm sorry. Just someone walking in with you and you're just wearing socks is far more embarrassing than you just being naked.
Me minding my own business, Ina. What if your dad saw you naked?
Okay, I'm sorry. I was just trying to...
No, Marissa!
Yeah.
He's not seeing you naked. You have socks on.
Oh yeah, I forgot. We're socksers in this scenario.
We're socksers. Yeah, you're not naked. You have clothes on.
Well, this is the answer to that what if.
You scream and shut the door and it doesn't fucking matter.
Yeah, I would freak out and I would beat the crap out of him later. Like, why would you walk in like that? No.
Okay, I'm sorry. I shouldn't have used the example of your dad.
Yes.
But isn't it more embarrassing to just be in your socks?
No.
Yes. Yes, 'tis.
I think once you're there, you're already to a certain point of embarrassing that adding socks isn't going to make it much worse. It's like adding 5 points to 100. You've already maxed embarrassment.
What if they just, like, really, really are anti-feet people? Like, more than just, like, I'm not into feet, but, like, they hate feet. The opposite of a foot fetish. Feet disgust them. They must have them covered at all times.
Definitely couldn't be with someone like that because I, as a whole, hate wearing socks.
Same.
I
This
do
is
too.
the other
yeah.
answer to this question. I hate socks. I'm not wearing socks right now, and my feet are freezing. And I would rather throw a blanket on them than put on some fucking socks.
Same.
What if they were fuzzy socks?
No, I don't like fuzzy socks. I don't like any socks. I don't like wearing socks.
Oh, I do like a fuzzy sock sometimes. But otherwise, I'm generally anti-socks because I will overheat you fast.
My feet need to be free.
Yeah. I feel you.
I will wear sandals every chance I can. I think when you wear socks, you are one step closer to the devil.
Why? You have to continue this thought. What the fuck?
Socks are just the true villainy in this world. I believe that evil exists because we've confined ourselves to socks.
All right.
This is like giving the same energy as when I went off about how I can't trust dentists and I couldn't marry a dentist, and also when I said that I couldn't trust somebody who did taxes for a living.
Conspiracy theory, evil didn't exist until socks. You know why Eve really got everyone kicked out of the Garden of Eden? She made socks out of leaves. She bit an apple, gained knowledge, learned that she could probably keep her feet warm. She made socks, and God said, this is horrible.
I thought you were going to say that she made socks out of the snake.
No, that would be boss.
That's tube socks. But
That would be tube socks. And you would be a step closer to the devil. You know what? I like this idea. But that's kind of baller, even.
You really would be a step closer because you'd be stepping with the devil on your feet.
Exactly.
It seems now that the two most heinous things for Marissa are socks, obviously, and sneezing.
What?
You hate when people sneeze. Blow their noses, I meant.
Okay. I was going to say, sneezing is involuntary. Once you've sneezed 7 times, if you continue, I'll get angry. But I do hate blowing your nose, and that's not an uncommon feeling. You know, in Japan, you have to blow your nose in the bathroom because they think it's that gross.
I just really like to blow my nose because I have to.
We know, and you do it so loud.
I won't even blow my own nose.
We're on another topic. Are you ready?
Yes.
Guess what, guys?
I'm ready. I'm ready.
Listen to me. I said, guess what, guys?
What?
What?
It's time for... What two are you?
Ooh.
What two classic horror movie villains are you?
Ooh. This is a great question, and I love it. I think that Amy is Charles Lee Ray.
Who the fuck is that?
Chucky.
Oh my god!
True.
Oh
Amy
my
is
god!
Chucky.
Why are you out here? Charles Lee Ray. Like...
That's his name.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
He gets such a glee out of things. Like, obviously, Amy doesn't murder, but I think if she did, she would have fun with it, you know? He finds it to be joyous. He's always laughing. This all feels very Amy. At first, he obviously wants to be human again, because who wouldn't? But after a certain amount of years, he decides, you know what? There aren't any other killer dolls. This makes me special, and I want to stay a doll. And I feel like that's very Amy. Amy's like, you know what?
I'm feeling a niche.
That's so unique.
Absolutely.
I have to be.
Yes.
I have to be this special person.
Yes.
Plus, he's very comical. He's very humorous.
Yeah.
Also, she kind of looks like it.
Wow.
She does not. She does not look like him in any way.
I mean, he has a baby face and I have a baby face, but that's about the extent of it.
Well, I said kind of.
He also will just shoot the breeze with you, like, in between murders. He acts like it's normal. Like, he's so blasé about it.
I love it. You're right. That's accurate for me.
Yeah.
I think Ina is Hannibal Lecter.
Ha! I love that.
Because she's very smart. If she gets caught for something, she's just gonna be like, yeah, you're right. I did deserve this shit. I did do the bad thing. She's like, we'll accept the punishment.
But she could also lie her way out of it very well, and I feel like
She could lie her way out of it. And also the most important thing is she loves eating.
She does.
She is a food lover. And so I think if any of us were gonna be like, let's just for fun try something new, I don't know, maybe a human arm, who knows, maybe pair with a nice glass of Chianti, then
oh God.
it would be Ina.
No, I would not pair with a nice Chianti because I tried a Chianti for the first time the other day and it was nasty.
Yeah, well, here's the thing. Maybe it was just not a nice Chianti. Maybe
You're
it was
right.
a bad Chianti.
Maybe you didn't pair it with human flesh, like...
Yeah, well, we didn't.
Or some fava beans. I didn't have any fava beans.
Exactly. Look at you. You didn't get the meal right, but you're on the way.
But the other thing about Hannibal Lecter is he's a psychologist.
That's also true.
He understands the human mind deeply. And he, that's very Ina.
And I'm a psych minor, so...
Marissa is Michael Myers, and here is why. First of all, yes, the music. Marissa's very musical, and she would have like a dope-ass like piano theme that plays all the time.
Yes, and an easily play one, because I want to play something easily.
Marissa's very vengeful in the soul, and kind of like, if she makes up her mind for something, like for Marissa, she kills you with poop curses, but Michael Myers kills you with a stab. So, she's not gonna stop for anything, doesn't matter how good you think you are. If you've been poop cursed, you're getting poop cursed. That's just how it happens. But also, this is, I think, the biggest point. Marissa is very lazy, and I don't think you can get her to run anywhere, even if she wanted to kill you so bad. And that is very Michael Myers.
He plays the long game. Like, he waits decades to kill somebody.
Absolutely.
Maybe it's because he just won't run. He's like, I'd rather wait another 3 years than run after you right now.
Also, very pale.
Also, he likes to just watch people. And he's pretty quiet. I can be that way.
Yeah, you could be pretty quiet. Not on the podcast, but...
Yeah, not on the podcast. I mean, in the right setting, I'm very talkative. But, like, if I'm around people that make me uncomfortable, which I'm assuming someone I want to murder would make me uncomfortable, and that's one of the reasons why I hate them,
Probably.
I wouldn't be saying a whole lot.
I think that's accurate.
I feel it.
Wow, that was quick.
I don't actually know much about his backstory, but I'm good with it.
I mean, to be fair, I don't know that any of us are going to match up to a backstory that hard.
Oh yeah, definitely not.
I just know that you're Michael and not Jason. And by we, I mean just me. Ina has not really said anything either way on the matter.
It sounds like it to me. I haven't really seen the movie. Like, I saw one of them, but I don't think it was a very good one.
That's fair. But Ina agrees. Moving on.
For Amy, I have one here. Not Billy Loomis, but his friend Stu.
Stu
from Scream.
Is that fucking...
The one played by Shaggy?
He's not Loomis, it's Stu.
It's the one that Shaggy is.
Yeah, that actor who also plays Shaggy.
Yeah, okay, that's what I thought.
Yeah, the other masked killer in Scream.
I just want, before you get into this, my guesses for what you were going to say for my second one was either, like, one of the ghost faces or... Pinhead. And I didn't know if you were gonna go like sexual kinky or if you were gonna go for another sort of absurdist one.
See, kinky would have worked, but here's the thing about Stu.
Mm-hmm.
He's really, really goofy, and I think that's the main thing that makes me think about him being you. He's just like really goofy. He likes to make jokes, so it's again with the Chucky thing.
Stu Macher is his name.
Yeah, Macher. I don't know if that's how it's pronounced, though. That's why I didn't say anything.
Stewmaker, the shoemaker. Sorry, I had to.
Well, it's CH, but now I'm forgetting everything that I was going to say.
Apologies.
Well, now I kind of want to do Pinhead instead.
It is totally up to you.
You said it.
I thought you were going to go Pinhead originally because I thought that Ghostface would be a little too close to Chucky.
It is a little too close, and I didn't think about it until you said that. Okay, so we're going to change it. Okay, so for Amy's second one, I'm going to go with Pinhead the Cenobite.
Pinhead the Cenobite.
From Hellraiser. And this is because the whole thing about any Cenobite is they have unlocked the ultimate sexual pleasure because they inflict so much pain and pleasure on a person that they turn into another Cenobite. So basically, he's into such kinky stuff. Like, they put him through such torture that he started to love it. And I just feel like if anyone was going to get to that point, it would be Amy. Because I don't think just anyone turns into a Cenobite. I think only people who eventually embrace their new tortured lifestyle.
You gotta, like, kind of be into BDSM in order to, like, even consider becoming a Cenobite at some point. Like...
Yeah. Like, here's the thing. In the Cenobite hellscape or whatever...
They are just having orgies all the time until somebody opens a box.
It's just 100% orgies, whether it's psychological or physical. Like, they aren't only physically torturing you. They're giving you the peak amount of pain and... the peak amount of pleasure.
Exactly.
I don't know what they're doing, but they've unlocked, I guess, true happiness. I think it's something that Amy would enjoy.
I'm here for it. Honorable mention is Stu from Ghostface. Or Stu from Scream, but the Stu Ghostface.
The Stu Ghostface, not Billy Loomis, but he's too similar to Charles Lee Ray.
Charles Lee Ray. Do you have one, Ina, for Marissa?
Well, you're probably gonna knock it down, because it's not really a horror movie, but it's got horror in the title. Marissa's Audrey 2.
That is a horror movie. What are you talking about?
It's campy, but like half of these shits are campy.
Yeah.
Okay, cause...
I was not gonna go to Audrey 2 at all, but like, please, give me your reasonings. I'm here.
Tell me more, because this is one of my favorite musicals of all time.
I do love it.
Audrey 2 is, one, hilarious. Marissa is hilarious.
Yes.
Just
I know exactly what you're about to fucking say. Wait a minute.
What?
I know exactly what you're gonna say.
Feed me, Seymour!
She needs other people to feed her!
Feed me.
Oh my god.
Marissa hates getting up to get her own food, so she will beg you to get her food anytime you get up. Like, if you even hint at getting off of the couch or going towards the kitchen or whatever, Marissa's like, bring me a drink. Bring me some chips. Bring me some ice cream, please. Please. And then I always give in to it. And then she grows bigger.
I don't ask you that often.
Dad is Seymour.
No. Yeah, but when you do, I give it to it. But she does it to her dad a lot.
And Dad is essentially Rick Moranis with a mustache. So.
That's true.
He is.
Also, Marissa is a singer.
Yes.
I am a singer, and she has an iconic speaking voice.
Sings very low, and Marissa can hit low notes that no female voice should hit, I think.
Yeah.
All right, I'm glad you guys accepted my proposal.
I was just not expecting it, but I mean, you can't deny it either. It's...
I mean, she's also a lot of fun. She has a lot of fun with the whole, invading Earth and destroying humanity thing. I like it.
Yeah.
Is Audrey 2 a she or a he? I always thought it was a he.
I think the gender doesn't matter.
It's ambiguous. She's a plant. I think plants are kind of both genders.
Audrey 2, they, them pronouns. I don't know.
They voice her with a man most of the time.
Yeah.
I think she could be either way. She's gender fluid.
Gender fluid. I love it. And now we come to Ina's, and we all know what I want to say, that I've said this before, and I will say it again. Ina is Jigsaw.
I'm morally superior.
Ina thinks she's morally superior. Ina is out here trying to, change lives. And, if she, for some reason, thought that killing people was a way to change her life, she would probably do it in some morally skewed, alternate reality. The biggest part, he is the pun lord. He's out here being your next move will mean everything. And then, you not moving is what kills you. And, blah, blah, blah. And, this dude is, out here making riddles and rhymes. Ultimate dad joke king. Also, meanwhile, he is fully dying of cancer and not trying to do anything about it. So that is my whole thing, is that he's out here, trying to do good with his evil, And that's a very Ina concept.
That is. It definitely is. I mean, there's also the genius aspect.
Also genius. Again, you're right. Absolutely. He likes to design traps, and Ina likes to design Sims houses, so...
Yeah, she's a very creative person.
Yeah!
And she likes to pretend that she's not a vengeful person, but I feel like she holds them grudges, yo.
She does hold them grudges, yo.
If she saw somebody, if she were a murderer and she saw somebody do something she didn't approve of, she'd have to do something about it.
There are some things I wish I could do something about.
She would be a moral, quote-unquote, murderer.
Yeah.
Whereas a person like maybe Chucky would see someone doing something bad and he would laugh.
That's true.
And I feel like that's more Amy if she were a murderer.
Exactly. But instead there's Jigsaw out there making weird puzzles. Ina loves a puzzle, making weird jokes. Dad joke city with fucking Jigsaw. And Ina lives in that vibe.
Well, if I'm gonna marry a woman someday, someone has to make the dad jokes.
Exactly.
I mean, there's the best pun from the second movie when he says that kid is safe.
Oh, yes! I forgot about that. I was trying to think of a pun earlier, and it wasn't coming to mind, but you're absolutely right. He's literally out here telling you the answer. Your kid is safe.
Was he in the safe?
He was in the safe the entire fucking movie, Ina.
This poor kid was in there for hours, probably.
Was he alive?
Yes.
Yeah.
Ina, this is how this movie goes. Spoiler alert. This kid was in the safe the whole time. This entire movie is going back and forth in time to where these people are going through these traps and where the dad of the guy who was a detective is trying to figure out the traps. And the entire time, Jigsaw's if you just talk to me one-on-one, I will tell you where your son is. And this dude is going crazy. He's what the fuck? What's happening? What's going on? And he's your son is safe. Just talk to me. And this dude is what the hell? And he keeps trying to trick him, keeps trying to have his walkie on while he's talking to him or trying to do all these things. And the whole time Jigsaw's if you just talk to me by yourself for 1 second, then you will get your son back. And he doesn't. And then what ends up happening is they find out where this place is. He goes to find the kid. And then what happens? The safe opens, his son is there just fine, and the dad is now dead in this fucking warehouse because he didn't fucking talk to the dude for 1 second.
Well, that's the lesson.
That's the thing. The whole movie, you as an audience member think that it's all happening live.
Yeah.
And all the characters think that because they're watching on security cams, everything happening, you assume it's all live. And then right at the end, when he finally gets to the warehouse, someone is wait. It's all recorded. It's pre-recorded.
And all happened the day before or several hours before, and it was all done. The boy lived, the boy was chilling in the safe, everything was fine, but he didn't fucking talk to him. That's all he wanted. It was the simplest fucking request.
Yeah.
And he did tell him the answer several times in that request if the dude just thought in puns like Jigsaw did. Anyway, I think we found it. What two are you? Amy is Chucky and Pinhead. Marissa is Michael Myers and Audrey too. And Ina is Hannibal Lecter and Jigsaw.
Woo woo.
Hell yeah. Alright, here's the next question. What is stopping Jeff Bezos from becoming Santa? He has our addresses. He has drones to drop stuff off at our houses. He has our Amazon wish lists. And he has our purchase histories. So he could literally figure out everything we want and need and give it to us.
What's keeping him from it is being the world's worst person.
Yes, but he has the money.
He does. It will be so easy. I mean, him and all the other billionaires have those fucking tracking ads, you know?
Oh, yeah.
Somehow listening to, like, the thoughts in your mind and producing an ad for it. Like,
Right?
Maybe what's keeping him from it is, 1, he's super skinny, and 2, I doubt he could grow a beard.
So you're saying that he is not Santa because his metabolism is too fast for all the cookies and he's chronically bald.
Yes.
yes.
It's hard to argue with that logic.
Aesthetic. He's very vain.
You know what? He probably grew up, little kid said, I want to be Santa when I grow up. And then he realized he could never grow a beard, so he chose to become the world's worst person instead.
And that's his supervillain origin story.
Yep. One of many.
A question for you. If Tim Allen went on his roof and was scared down by all of his many security cameras and whatever, and they accidentally, I don't know, maybe his security drone shot and killed Santa Tim Allen while he was on the roof, and he fell off the roof and died.
On purpose?
Santa was not prepared for Jeff Bezos' level of security. So he gets killed, falls off the roof,
Okay.
and he's dead on the ground. Jeff Bezos comes out and sees the suit. He puts it on. Does he gain the weight and the beard?
Well, yeah,
Yes.
obviously that's how it works.
Because the Santification magic does it for him.
So if he were to live out the events of the Santa Claus or the Santa Claus 2, he would be able to become Santa, but he could move his operation to like fucking Burbank or wherever he lives.
Absolutely.
Yeah, but I bet Christmas would end up being a lot more like the fake Santa's version in Santa Claus 2.
You mean 3?
No, 2.
Oh, I thought you meant Jack Frost in 3.
No, I mean like that basically Hitler Santa.
Hitler Santa. I feel like it would be Jack Frost Santa, aka commercialized bullshit Santa.
Oh, you're right. It would be more like that because he'd want you to get what you want because he'd want you to keep wanting him.
Everything that he gave you, like all your presents would be wrapped in goddamn Amazon branded wrapping paper. Like he would be like heavily pushing his brand. It's like, oh, this is just another opportunity for marketing for me.
Right.
So he becomes Santa, whatever. He's like, oh, we made a profit this year. We have X amount left over. I'm going to put that into my personal fund.
Santa budget.
My next rocket ship adventure.
Yeah.
I bet he would make you pay for your Christmas presents that he brings you. And also, maybe if you have Amazon Prime, he'll bring you one free present.
No, here's the thing. He won't make you pay for your present, but you do have to pay for Amazon Prime, and the prices will go up.
Ah, yeah. If you don't pay for Amazon Prime, Santa's not coming.
Or it'll be Amazon Prime Pro, also known as Santazon Prime.
His naughty and nice list is literally just like a list of everyone who's bought Amazon Prime or not.
Yes. Do they have Santazon Prime? Or am I going to deliver them cold?
Oh my god.
Santa's on Prime.
Or I'll deliver them computer viruses.
The coal just like has a competitor's logo on it. It's got like, I don't know, fucking Tesla's logo. So it's like, Elon gave this to you. Bring him down on the billionaire list a few notches. Damn, Jeff Bezos, come on. You could have been Santa, you could have been Batman. And what are you? Bald.
He could still be all of those things, and he never will because he's a piece of slimy, smarmy shit.
Jeff Bezos, why?
He's the first on Ina's jigsaw list.
Oh, you know, 100%. You know, Ina's jigsaw would just go for all the billionaires.
As she should.
Ooh, do you want to give me a jigsaw trap for Jeff Bezos?
just make him be poor. Like, he has to give up his money or he'll die. Like,
Well, that makes me think in my brain, converting this to jigsaw language, he probably has to give up, like, the majority of his limbs.
okay.
That could be. Or his trap could literally be like, press this button.
Press this button to transfer all of your money to America.
50% of all of your money will immediately be funded to the homeless.
Right, right. Like,
Oh.
all of your money will immediately go towards some charity or something that'll do really good things for humanity on a monumental scale. Will literally fix the entire climate, and the world will live again. Either that or you die.
Yeah, that would be good.
I like this idea, and I think that it's something very visceral. So, like, his finger is able to press this button, but, like, his other arm... It's like the one where the person was getting twisted or whatever. So he's, like, slowly twisting, and, like, the only way to stop it is
Yeah,
to
like
press his
if
button.
you don't press the button, he will kill you.
Yes, but it's, like, gotta be happening so he feels the pain the whole time.
Yes.
And so it's not like one of those where it's counting down, because then he doesn't... He's gonna try to call the bluff, but if he's literally, like, feeling the pain and he can stop it by pressing this button, that's just gonna, like, cut his wealth in half or whatever.
Or take it all. Ina says take it all.
I don't think take it all. I think if you dropped him down to be, like, 1 million, for him, that's taking it all.
No, you're taking it all.
Because I don't think that we should make him be 0. I think that we should, like, put him at what I personally think the wage cap should be.
True. Well, the wage cap, I don't think 1 million is a fair
No,
wage
I think
cap.
999, like, basically 1 million shy of $1 billion. Or you could even say 1 billion, you've won capitalism, nothing else from that. And the man, if we look him up right now, how many $1 billion does Jeff Bezos have?
Hundreds.
Yeah, he has $203.9 billion. So if we took $202 billion and he was left with $1.9 billion, like, for him, that's gonna feel like we just took away all his money, but he's still gonna have plenty of money.
True.
He's not gonna starve and die or whatever, but it's gonna hurt him. But it's gonna help so many people.
You're right. It does make it more poignant that he won't even do that to still have more money than literally almost anyone else.
That's more money than I'll ever have.
Yeah, it's gonna be like,
Yeah.
for him, it's gonna, like, really hurt, and he could still recover from it. He could still live an okay life, but for him, it's gonna suck so bad still, because it's gonna feel like what it feels like for me when I live paycheck to fucking paycheck.
Mm-hmm.
All my money goes to rent and bills, and I'm like, hi, I have $20 to stretch for 2 weeks to eat food, or so, you know, like, it's gonna feel like that in billionaire language.
Yes.
Can we make a Jigsaw movie where we're just, like, punishing rich people?
Yes.
Well, as long as you're not trying to get Amazon Prime to stream it.
That was a good one. That's a good one.
Yeah, I think we've officially blacklisted ourselves from anything related to Jeff Bezos.
Jeff Bezos, you would look good with a mustache. Don't block me.
Santa beard.
Yeah, get that Santa beard. Jeff Bezos, everything that I've said about you today, I would take back immediately if you just became Santa.
Yeah.
So, become the real life Santa.
Or cast her in a movie.
Or if you cast me in a movie, I would take it all back.
But like a good role.
But a good role.
A good role, high budget film.
Nice size, not too expensive. A good role. It's got to be a franchise movie. Just, like, boost me to stardom. Or if you were to, I don't know, hand me over, like, 1 billion of your dollars, that would be fine too.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, that's still destitute to you.
there are ways for me to no longer be saying things about you that you may not like. But, you know, just don't blacklist me. Thank you.
Agreed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd pay for your Prime, sir.
Yeah, that's true.
I say shit about you, but
I also use Amazon Prime all the time.
I pay for your Prime happily, so
Well, I'm on the free trial. For Christmas, then I'll cancel.
she's coming around to your Prime. Look, we've said shit about you, Jeff Bezos, but we have supported your company enough to afford us to say a few shitty things. You can say
Yes.
some shitty things about me, too. I welcome it. It is called a roast.
Well, I also welcome it because if he's saying something about me, more people will listen to this podcast.
This is what we say. No press is bad press.
That's true. Jeff Bezos, please listen to this podcast and complain about
Yeah.
it out loud. And yeah,
Jeff
you know
Bezos?
what? We hate Jeff Bezos.
Jeff Bezos, please tweet about this podcast. Wait a minute.
Ina sounded like Morty just now. We hate.
Guys, That's all the ice breaking we can do today. If we break any more ice, we are getting blacklisted by Jeff Bezos. If you'd like to send us a question, message us on Facebook or Instagram at FessUpPodcast. Don't forget to tag Jeff Bezos so he listens to our podcast.
Jesus Christ.
Tell him to tweet about it. Send us an email at fessuppodcast@gmail.com. Tweet a question at us at fessup_podcast. And don't forget to use the hashtag obfest. And also, don't forget to tell Jeff Bezos to listen. Send us new questions or let us know what happened when you used our icebreakers with your Jeff Bezos. Share our podcast with everyone you know and get the word out there about the 3 wacky friends that Jeff Bezos should tweet about on Twitter.
Jeff Bezos is gonna get us arrested for death threats.
We have not threatened him with death.
Well, we did mention a jigsaw where he might die.
Oh shit, we did. We did do that. Oh god. Jeff Bezos.
Retroactively, we didn't mean you would die.
Jeff Bezos, this has all been a parody law situation. Jeff Bezos.
You misinterpreted it.
Jeff Bezos, this whole thing has been a comedy in which we make funny, fun jokes and laugh about them. And today...
we designed saw traps to kill ourselves.
We did already do that, so you can't get too mad at us.
Yeah.
Jeff Bezos, you're an honorary Fess sister. If you'd like to become a Fess sister and be on our show...
You guys are sellouts.
I don't like Jeff Bezos.
We hate Jeff Bezos. Bye.
Jeff Bezos, you're not my sister.
No.
Jeff Bezos, you're not an honorary Fess sister. I take it all back.
We don't like you.
But please tweet about us. Okay,
Yeah.
Yes.
that's it for me. I've been Amy Fess.
I've been Marissa Fess.
And I've been Ina Fess. I no longer am, though.
That was your last Ina Fess?
What?
Are you finally going back to Karina?
No, I just think it's weird that you go, I've been, as if you no longer are.
Ina's transforming. What's her new name?
Hoppy Doop?
Oh my god.
That's not gonna catch.
Aw. Santa Bezos, tweet about us on your Twitter.
The voice crack.
I love this though. Santa Bezos, I'd really like it if you gave me a shout out on your fancy Twitter, Santa Bezos.
And you didn't get us all arrested tonight.